news or not, let's go across to the management of UCO Bank. Reported a good performance in the fourth quarter with a sharp jump in margins and asset quality also improving. Importantly, the board has approved fundraising for FY25. Will issue QIP worth 400 crore shares, or rather 400 crore rupees worth fundraising via either QIP, FPO or other modes. Ashwani Kumar, who's the MD and CEO of UCO Bank, joins us now. Thanks a lot, Mr. Kumar, for joining in. You know, the first basic question as we end FY24, what are your targets for FY25 when it comes to loan growth, when it comes to NIMs, and at the same time when it comes to your asset quality?
Good afternoon and thanks for having me on the show. Target for the current year credit growth will be around 12 to 14%, and last year also we did a growth of around 16%. So 12 to 14% growth target will be there. NIM, we have given a guidance of 2.90 to 3%, and we will continue with that guidance for this year also. Though current year we achieved a NIM of 3.12%. Now the margin NIM will continue to be around 2.9 to 3% margin. So far as asset quality is concerned, asset quality we have already improved our asset quality to 3.48 from 4.78 last year, and we'll try to make it to 2.75 in this year, and net NPA will our endeavor will be to bring it further down from 0.89%.
Okay. All right. Just a two-part question on the asset quality, sir. Slippages, 476 odd crores, it's marginally lower as compared to 483 crores last quarter. What is your outlook on slippages going ahead? And I'll come to NCLT in just a bit, but slippages first.
See, if you look at our slippages in the year 2020 to 23, it was around 1.70% our slippage ratio. And this current year, our slippage ratio is around 1.10%. And our endeavor will be to bring it further down, maybe somewhere around 1% slippage ratio in this year. And upgradation from the already slipped, we are targeting around 25% of the accounts which is slipped last year. We are targeting upgradation of around 25% of the accounts which slipped last year.
Okay. All right. Now, so slippages, you expect this figure to probably continue? Are you guiding for maybe 470, 450 odd crores in the next couple of quarters? Will it rise? Will it reduce? What is the quarterly run rate?
It will be in the same range because as book is also growing, annual percentage will come down and slippages will be in the same range expectedly. Though we don't have any large chunky accounts where we expect some slippages, but there are certain agriculture accounts, MSME accounts which are slipping and then getting upgraded also. So slippages will be around in this range only.
All right, this is just a bookkeeping question. What I see is your restructured outstanding as of Q3 FY24 was 3664 crores, and as per Q4 FY24 PPT, it's 3747 crores. What explains this restructuring of numbers here?
The restructuring number because there are certain other than RF1 COVID restructuring, there are certain other general restructured accounts also which are added. So that is the reason that some number might have gone up. But if I rightly collect, the number is slightly down from the previous quarter, not higher than the previous quarter. But exact number I can share you separately.
Okay. Now coming to that NCLT exposure, 18,489 crores, it's risen marginally on a Q-on-Q basis. What is the expectation in terms of resolutions from here on when it comes to NCLTs? And what resulted in the rise on a sequential basis?
There are certain few accounts which got admitted into the NCLT during this quarter. That is the reason that the NCLT number has gone up. And we have already provided for 100% against the NCLT exposure. And there are certain resolution in the pipeline. Many accounts are already under liquidation, which may get liquidated, and liquidation amount may come also during this year. But large, chunky NCLT accounts which were, I will say that low-hanging fruits have already been settled. Now, these are the accounts which through NARCEL, some resolutions are expected through liquidation and through some resolution also.
All right. I want your thoughts on two ratios in particular. One on the business itself, your employee expenses up by around 45% in this quarter. So what is your target OPEX ratio going forward? And secondly, I wanted your thoughts on your credit deposit ratio. That too has increased both year on year and quarter on quarter. What is the number that you'd be comfortable with going forward?
See, if you look at our CD ratio, it was around 64% previous last financial year, and now it is around 71%. We expect and our endeavor will be to reach it to 75% CD ratio during this year. And so far as OPEX is concerned, the increase in the OPEX is basically because of the wage revision which we paid to the employees and certain AS15 provision because of the increased wage ratio which was given to the employees. And going forward, though our cost to income ratio is around 61%, we are targeting to bring it below 60% in the next year. Maybe we can target 55% also.
Okay. Quickly on write-offs, why were they so high? It's jumped all the way to 561 crores versus 70 crores Q on Q. What was the reason for that? And what is your guidance? Do you expect it to be so high or is it going to moderate?
See, these are the accounts where we have already provided for 100% of the provisions and they were old NPAs. So it was thought prudent by the board to write it off. But the recovery proceedings will continue in the times to come. Second, next year also, whatever amount which is 100% provided for, we will keep on making provision 100% and then writing it off also.
All right. And just the final one on the fundraise, you have an approval for about 400 crores and multiple modes are open to be explored. Could you give us a sense of the time at which you are looking to raise funds? What could be the amount? And what is your proclivity towards? Will you be looking at a QIP or an FPO? We understand all of them are options on the table, but what is it that you all are more likely to do?
See, if you look at my CRAR, it is around 17% now. And as far as for the growth part is concerned, bank does not need further capital raise. But since our government holding is 95%, so to bring it down to 75%, we have taken board approval. And after the approval of the AGM, then we will go to the market at the opportune time in multiple tranches, not at one go.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining in. Wish you good luck for the next year. Targeting 12 to 13%, 12 to 14% rather in terms of credit growth, NIM stable, improvement in asset quality and improvement in all other ratios, including cost to income ratio as well. Wish you good luck for FY25 and hope to speak to you in the next quarter as well. Take a short break. And as we do that, here's